Hello everybody. So I figured I'd give another update on the allergy shot situation. Basically I've had 5 allergy shots and I made a video of after the first shot, or the second, I can't remember. But I'm on allergy. Today was my 5th shot, and I have 4 vials, each of them different ratios of the allergens. So it starts off with 1 to 1000, and then 1 to 100, and then 1 to 110, and then 1 to 1. I'm on the 1 to 1000, like I just started. And it is for birch allergy, or birch pollen, and grass pollen. And the reason I'm doing this treatment is because I've started reacting to foods that I'm eating. So I can't eat apples. I can't eat, recently, strawberries. I used to be able to eat them, but now I can't. Oats. I can't have oats. I'll have an allergic reaction to that. And my allergic reactions are, I'd say anaphylactic, not in the sense that my throat closes up, but in the sense that my blood pressure just drops to the point where like instantly it's like fainting. Luckily, I haven't fainted yet. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. But basically, I'm doing this treatment in order to be able to eat these foods again, hopefully. There has been a 95% success rate with these shots, and I'm feeling pretty hopeful actually. Because I'm 5 shots in, I am at, in the 1 to 1000 ratio, I am at 0.25, I think it was, or 2.5, probably 2.5. I can't remember. But yeah, it's slowly building up. They started at 5 or 0.5, and then 0.1, 0.15, 0.20, 0.25, and I'm at 0.25 now. And like I've had no problems at all. The first time I had a bit of a lump in my throat, and I suspect it's because the doctor had actually used a different kind of needle than what they usually are supposed to use. Because since then they've been using the needle that they're supposed to use, and I've had no bad reactions at all. The injection site gets a little red, but that's it. Like it goes away within maybe 20 minutes or whatever. And what they do is they inject it into the fat, so it's like a slow release into the body. So they pinch the skin, inject the needle at an angle, I guess. Like the doctor explained to me, he injects it at an angle, and then that way it sits in the fat and maybe, I guess, gets absorbed into the body slower. I'm not quite sure how that works. But you're not supposed to eat a big meal before you go in, which makes sense because if you do end up getting sick, you don't want to like get sick. And then they also say not to do any strenuous working out or exercising after you get your shot for several hours. So I take that as 6 hours. After 6 hours, I'm going to go and do all my dancing. But typically, I get my shots at around 3 or 4 because I teach. I work as a teacher, and it's perfect for my schedule. I don't need to miss any school days because it is once a week. Yeah, like it's been going amazing, like so much better than I thought. So the only reactions that I've been having is the little bit of a redness, and that's it. Nothing else. No nausea, no feeling faint, no lump in my throat, no hives, rashing, none of that. Because it can still happen, an hour after you leave the office, right? The most dangerous point is the first 30 minutes. So once you're past those 30 minutes, you're typically pretty safe. I've been taking Reactin an hour. Actually, I changed it. I've been taking it 45 minutes before my appointment because I realized that you sit in the doctor's office for maybe 15 minutes before you actually get seen. So it's really important to kind of like time your body, because everybody's body acts differently to the antihistamine, right? So for me, it sits quite well. If I take it 45 minutes before, I don't get a reaction. There was one day where the doctor was running late, and I ended up taking my Reactin and waited about an hour and a half and then got my shot. There was a little bit of a reaction. I think that was the day that I had the lump in my throat. Because, yeah, I definitely felt something that day. But otherwise, yeah, it's been going smooth. The nurse at the doctor's, or the nurses at the doctor's office, and the doctors I've been working with, because it is kind of like a clinic where student doctors can go in and work with patients. They've been so kind, and like we know each other now. I walk in and they're like, "Oh, allergy shots," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." So, yeah, it's been a really good experience for me. Again, it's different for everybody. You never know. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video was to kind of put people's minds at ease, because I've had really strong food reactions because of the cross reactions. So I was really worried that I was going to have a really strong reaction to these shots, because it's like the actual allergen, right? And funny story is, today my doctor said, hey, my brother used to be allergic to stuff when he was younger, and then they did allergy shots on him, and he ended up becoming, I guess, like cured of his allergies, because now he doesn't have allergies. And like, I was like, oh man, the more I hear about these allergy shots, the more I realize that it has actually helped people. So fingers crossed. It's been about a month. I need to wait at least another 3 months before I start introducing foods that have caused reactions in the past. So here's hoping that I can get back to eating my apple pies and my apple crumble, because I love making, oatmeal with brown sugar and apples and cinnamon, throw it in the pan, and oh, it's so good. But anyways, yep, I just wanted to update everybody. I'm doing fantastic. My next shot will be next week. I had my shot today. I feel fine. Yeah, and I wish you all the best, and thank you for being intrigued by my journey. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to leave them. I'd love to communicate with you guys about my journey. So, okay, have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye.